Hey guys, how you doing? Jeff here. And today it's going to be the start of a series of movies talking about the rise of Skywalker, characters, and the trilogy overall. And a lot of them will be crossing over each other, but first off, we have to talk about the trilogy as a whole now that Rise of Skywalker is out. And where the fault lies. I mean, hell, we all know where the fault lies. It's Kathleen freaking Kennedy. And the lack of vision. This trilogy just hammers the point that the main three people responsible, Kathleen Kennedy, J.J. Abrams, and Rian Johnson, had no business whatsoever being anywhere near this trilogy. They had no cohesive vision, no idea what to do with it. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy just fails as a leader. She just absolutely fails. Her story group was trash, especially with Corey Hart and all that. Her choices for directors were dumb. I mean, let's face it. J.J. Abrams, the guy is a hack. This guy, he talks a big talk, but at the end of the day, I'm just going to rip off other people while throwing in my patented mystery box just to cover up my weaknesses as a storyteller. The man had no clue what he was doing with 7. I mean, granted, he did set a few things up that could have been something great for 8, but Rian Johnson basically, like I've said before, took all of that, just threw it in the garbage, and then just pissed out what he thought was a great story. And then laughed about it. And then JJ had to pick up the broken pieces and try to glue it back together into something passable for a narrative for 9. And, well, he missed the mark. This trilogy is just what happens when you have absolutely no coherent vision. And the fault for that, once again, lies at the feet of Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy, after this movie, needs to be let go. She needs to be fired. She has no cohesive vision. Quite honestly, well, I don't say she should be let go from Lucasfilm. She's good at getting people to pony up money. She's good on the business side of things. Creatively, the woman is bankrupt. Woman has no clue. She has no creative vision. It's been said for years, but Rise of Skywalker, her just hammers it home with excruciating force. Kathleen Kennedy, major failing is she has no creative vision. And her creative storyboard team, as I said before, is vapid crap. She should have been the business. It's kind of like Walt Disney with that one business guy he had during the 50s and all that. Walt Disney was the creative vision who went out and got stuff, while Kathleen Kennedy should have been the person behind the scenes getting all the money and making it work, business-wise. What we really needed was Kathleen Kennedy to be the money person and someone like, I don't know, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, being the creative producer and have them build a story group and give 7, 8, and 9 its direction. I completely, wholeheartedly believe that we had someone with creative vision, this trilogy would have been far superior. And you could have had different directors. But Kathleen Kennedy, especially with 8, basically just let Rian Johnson have her toys and do whatever the hell he wants with them with no oversight. Rian Johnson, I think, is somewhat of a competent director. If you have someone who reins him in and tells him, no, do this and do it my way. I mean, he did those episodes of Breaking Bad, and it was basically, he was allowed to be behind the chair and, make the episode cohesive, but he had someone behind him telling him, you're going to do it this way, and you're going to do it the way I say to do it. That was the problem with 8. Because someone like Jon Favreau, who would have called the shots over Rian Johnson, would have said, no, you're not doing this, no, you're not doing half of this crap. We're going to rewrite this, and you're going to shoot it the way I want you to shoot it. And you're going to be a good little boy, collect your paycheck, and do what I say. That's what we needed. We needed a creative direction and focus on that direction. We had none. And that's why 7, 8, and 9 feel like a disjointed mess. I don't care how much you like 7, 8, or 9. There was no unifying direction and focus. None. And it's the Achilles heel of Disney Star Wars. Now, on the flip side of that, talking about The Mandalorian, you can see creative focus and direction. Filoni and Favreau are the way. Honestly, I would have loved to see Jon Favreau as the creative producer above the entire trilogy, starting with 7, and have someone like Dave Filoni or Colin Trevorrow come in and direct for him. I would have loved to see something like that. I think the trilogy could have been a lot tighter, a lot more focused, and a lot better driven had that been the case. Because like I said in the World Class Bullshitters, I could see what J.J. Abrams was trying to do. He was trying to fix what 8 broke, especially when it came to the character of Rey. But everything that she went through is stuff we should have seen a movie previous. It felt too little too late. Like, her having the Force powers that she did, some spoilers here, like the Force healing and all that, considering the fact that she had the original Jedi text and had spent, and it was shown that she had spent time learning from those texts, it didn't really bother me. But it was too little too late. This is the kind of stuff we should have seen in The Last Jedi with Luke, teaching her from those texts. And I mean, I'm going to save some of that for when we actually go into the characters of Rey and Luke in another video. But Rise of Skywalker just shows how bad the overarching narrative of the 3 movies really was. It's just like, and just like I said in World Class Bullshitters, except for let's find the MacGuffin, which seems to be a hallmark of J.J. Abrams of I must have a MacGuffin to move my plot because he has no other creative way of doing it. It is Act 1 and Act 2 should have been the basis for 8, except for find the MacGuffin. Act 1 and Act 2 should have been 8 on its own, with, some extra stuff thrown in. That is the problem between 8 and 9. 8 was a bunch of shit we didn't need, and 9 was trying to fit in the shit that should have been there while trying to finish it off. That was the biggest problem with 9. And the fact that J.J. Abrams was the wrong guy to attempt it. He does not stick landings well. And this goes right back to Kathleen Kennedy. So, well, in a later video, I'll dive more into Luke and Rey and their major problems. But, yeah, now that I've had a night to sleep on The Rise of Skywalker, it just crystallizes how bad the creative direction for the sequel trilogy was. And the fact is, there were hints of brilliance. There were hints of greatness in this trilogy that could have been something. They had the ingredients there. They just didn't utilize them. I mean, you can take all the ingredients for a great meal and still cook it like shit. It's been proven time and again. So anyways, I'm Jeff. That's the first video for where the sequel trilogy went wrong. We're going to take big, deeper dives akin to Lore Reloaded and whoa, holy shit! Sorry, kids. Driver Tourette's. Just driving by. Big rig on its side. Splayed all over the road. So, yeah. When I'm doing some of these truck videos, you're going to see some driver Tourette's. Because, god damn. That guy, I hope that driver's all right. I think I saw him out there looking at his wreck. But he fucked that truck up. But anyways, now that I've got that driver Tourette's out of the way, that's the end of the video. Comment down below. I'm going to post this video in World Class Bullshitters. I might do it in Nerdrotics, but I think Gary might be a little pissed off if I do that. And I also might do it in Doomcock's Facebook group. Again, I don't think Doomcock's going to be mad. And, of course, I'll post this on Twitter. I'm Jeff, and let's start diving in. Catch you later.